There it is.
It like lit up for a second.
Hey, all right, I'm not going to get these away from me because I will eat this entire bag.
Do it. There's not going to be anything on here, so. Yeah.
Nothing's on.
College football is fun, in my opinion. Everything's been going great.
I hate Dan Lanning because he was like, well, we played an actual opponent today, unlike some other schools. I'm like, bro, you played Montana State, Oklahoma State, Oregon State, like you lost to Sam Houston State. Like, y'all don't really play anybody either.
I love the dick measuring contest that is look at our schedule versus your schedule.
Yeah.
Do you think if you played our schedule, you'd beat all these teams? Welcome to the Who F'n Kneauxs Podcast. I am Patty V. We got Dave Rainey. We got Aaron Poole. College football is wrapping up. It's Saturday. Aaron's back.
Oh, yeah. He
Back
wasn't
again.
here last week. I was like, where'd he go?
Back again.
Aaron wasn't here. We have Victoria here.
Okay.
And our reels from the...
Pause. There's not a game I'd want to see less right now than Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M.
Can we just watch their marching bands?
This is like the EA
For real.
Sports. The
It's on
FCS
ESPN.
school.
Yo, it's on ESPN. Good for them.
It's the middle of the day. It's got to be a rerun. Huh?
Rerun, yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
Hey, it's a good call out. Shout out to Florida
although
A&M.
it's absolutely going to be better than whatever the last Thursday night football game was on that we had. It was Broncos and somebody, and the first two highlights was the
Raiders,
ball bounced off of somebody's forehead.
Such a terrible game. Sometimes that's fun though. I like to see balls bouncing off of people's foreheads. Pause. I was just saying it, and I didn't mean it like that, but you think about it.
Anyway, Aaron's back.
Aaron's back. Aaron's back. The two reels that came out of the Victoria podcast though are the two best performing reels we've ever put out. So we got a lot to live up to.
No pressure.
She'll be back. She earned herself a job managing our social media. So shout out to her.
I made 3 other reels. She didn't use them. It's okay.
She's doing one tonight.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I don't know how good they were. There was one that was okay.
There was one that was good. The other two, she was like, I'm bored.
I just
was like,
tried to make
fair.
them. Yeah. Yeah, the one, I forget what it was. It was like her. It was, her. She was, I was reading.
Yeah, that's
and
the
then
one.
I stopped.
That's coming out tonight.
Yeah, I like that one.
I was like, that was funny. Anyways, oh gosh, do we have topics?
I had college football as a topic.
Do it.
My topic actually was the college football committee is full of shit. Is what my topic is. Where do we begin? Where do we begin? What are your thoughts? You know what? I feel like I've given my thoughts, and I have a rant in me, but I want to hear your thoughts. Maybe they'll be more logical.
My thoughts?
And Aaron's team is firmly in the playoffs at this point.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really, it's just seeding for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all bullshit. It genuinely is. I think I said this on another podcast because I feel like I'm repeating myself now. It's all about brands. First of all, it's always about brands. Strength of schedule is what they point to, but then they back into things and they'll say, well, this team beat this team when they weren't very good, and they're very good now. But this other team that actually lost to this team when they weren't very good, like that, the logic doesn't connect for me. I don't know. I have no friggin' idea. I just know that they're going to put the top 4 SEC schools in every year. They're going to put a Big 12 school. They're going to put an ACC school, 2 Big 10 schools, and then, we'll see what happens with the rest. That's probably how they look at it.
I don't know how they look at it. And I think that's the issue. I don't know. Everybody, I'll go on rants on Twitter. And somebody will be like, the committee told you what they want to see. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck the committee wants to see. What do they want to see? Do you know? I don't know.
They care about brands.
I'm like, do they?
They care about brands.
Miami's a brand.
Miami's in.
They're not in.
Miami's in.
I can tell you, if Miami wins out, they will not be in. I promise you, they will not be in because they're trying everything. Unless like
Pittsburgh beat Georgia Tech. So
but that's what I'm saying. If some weird stuff happens and they get to the ACC championship and they win that, then yeah, they're in. But just as an at-large team, they're doing everything in their power to keep Notre Dame away from Miami.
They'll both be in.
Because then they have to have the conversation of that game. And they don't want to have the conversation of that game.
No, I get it.
But Miami right now is 13. They have to get to 10 because you can't get to 11
I know.
because then the ACC champion is going to get in.
I know. But if you look at it, teams are going to lose. People are going to lose conference championships. People are going to fall out.
Utah helped today. Well, that's the thing. Like, if there's two SEC teams in the SEC championship that are ranked, they're not falling out. Whoever loses that.
That's fair. But you're talking about like the number 3 and number 6 team or something like that.
Well, 'cause
right?
if
Like, I don't know what the
Well, I think
thing
it's
is now.
right now. Like if A&M ends up beating Texas next week, it realistically should be A&M in Georgia, I believe.
Yeah.
We could talk about Texas.
Texas is another one.
There's a list. There's a list of teams that's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, first off, Utah. Glad they're getting the fuck out of here because why were they in there? Utah was in there just to separate Miami and Notre Dame. I'm convinced because the whole thing. That's
Well, they won today.
Oh yeah, they did end up winning, but it was barely a win. But eye test only matters when you're Miami. But the biggest conversation right now is Notre Dame versus Miami. I would say.
I think that's what it is in your world. I don't think that's what it is.
But it's going to come down. It feels like it's coming down to those two. Or if there's one spot left, it's going to be those two. Unless Utah slips up, or I guess is it BYU is in there? Maybe they slip up.
Yeah, BYU, Utah,
But
Alabama, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas Tech. I don't know.
Texas shouldn't be in the conversation. They just should not be in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have their only good win on paper is against Oklahoma, and they didn't have John Mateer.
You have nothing to worry about with Texas. They're 17. They're not going to win the SEC.
I know, but the issue is they're putting these SEC teams in the rankings so that the other SEC teams can say they've beaten ranked opponents. Mizzou, why the fuck is Mizzou ranked? Tennessee, why is Tennessee ranked? They're not good teams. Also, why is the SEC the only league that can have 3 lost good teams?
Yeah.
SMU's only got 3 losses, but that's a bad loss for Miami.
I think we touched on it too before, though. It's all about the preseason rankings, I think, is a big thing. It's like wherever you start kind of gives you the wiggle room to slowly fall down the ranking. So if you're just consistently ranking 8 or 9 SEC teams in the top 25, if they just beat up on each other, it looks better than if they were starting out the season unranked, a lot of them. So it's just the reality of it. The ACC, besides, Miami and maybe a few other teams, will start the season ranked. So it's just like as soon as they kind of build up their rankings, as soon as they get a loss, it hurts them worse.
But so for preseason rankings, Florida State is what, top 15, I think, early in the season.
Joke.
And they embarrass. Don't just beat Alabama. They embarrass Alabama.
Mhm.
But that doesn't matter. It was week 1 for Alabama. Notre Dame could lose week 1. Doesn't matter. Why are we if you're an athletic director, why schedule these big opponents anymore? At least in week 1.
If you're already an established brand, there's no reason to.
If I could beat Notre Dame in week 1 and the score was a little close because they got a garbage time touchdown, but Miami dominated Notre Dame, and it does not matter. Notre Dame's getting more credit for losing to Miami than Miami is getting for beating Notre Dame because they're saying it's a good loss, but it's not a good win for Miami.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Why are we playing the games? At some point, games, it'd be one thing if Notre Dame, if that was their only loss, they didn't have the same records, they didn't have similar strength of schedules, then I'd be like, all right, they beat them, but they're not close. Their strength of schedules are almost exactly identical record wise. And they have a head-to-head loss. It has to matter. Like the games being played has to matter. And it shouldn't matter whether it was week 1 or week 10.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be like, oh, well, Notre Dame looks better now, so the week 1 game doesn't matter. Like, no, it was just scheduled week 1. They should have won week 1.
Yeah.
I think a part of it too, like we talked about, it's when you lose. So like Miami losing to SMU couldn't have happened at a worse time. Like I feel like if it would have happened earlier in the season, you could have got away with it, but
right
late in the season to take that loss really.
And that's really my whole argument. What makes me mad is I know it does matter. The time you lose, it matters more than who you lose to, arguably, but it shouldn't. That's not what the committee should be looking at. It shouldn't matter when I lose to it shouldn't matter when I lose to SMU. If SMU ends up being a 3-loss team in the ACC championship, and that's one of my losses, that's not a bad loss. It doesn't matter when it came. That's a good team.
This feels very deflating for me. Miami's going to be in the playoff. It doesn't matter. I know you don't think they are, but that's your negative mindset.
No,
they will be in the playoff.
It's not
unless
just me.
they lose.
It's the entire Miami fan base. Nobody thinks they're going to be in.
Of course.
Because you can see what they're doing, and they're keeping.
It's everybody against you. I get it.
But they're telling what's aggravating is the first week of these fucking things, they come out and they say they had Miami and Notre Dame so far apart, right? Because I think Miami may have just lost if I remember right, for the first time. I don't remember what it was, but they were like, we can't really compare their losses because they're so far apart in the rankings. You made the goddamn rankings and you put them so far apart. Yes, you can. And they don't want them to be close enough because they don't want to have to compare the head to head.
Yeah.
And it's just so.
They're both going to make the playoff. I don't know what you don't understand about this. I would bet money on it.
I don't understand why teams are where they're at. Why is Oregon there?
It's Oregon.
Same thing. They don't play any.
They didn't play anybody. And if we're being honest, neither has Ohio State. But at least they're dragging the people they're playing.
Or A&M, if you really want to really deep dive into it. They got some, I think most of their wins are bottom tier SEC schools.
Yeah.
Bring back the BCS college.
It's like,
Fuck
and then
that.
No,
Miami-
with the BCS, Tulane would be out. I don't want to do that.
Miami-
give me the subjective weirdness.
bring back the computers.
Yeah.
Are y'all happy
I don't
with
disagree,
12?
but
Do you think like 12 is the number? Or do you think it's too much? It makes it too convoluted.
it doesn't matter.
I don't think it's not the amount of teams for me. It's the decision-making process. Also, Utah's in it. Guess who's AD? Just got added to the board.
Yeah.
Utah's.
You could pick that apart though if you wanted to. Like there's every person on the board has some tie somewhere that you could
to the SEC.
Yeah, a lot of them do. Some are. There's one connected to Miami.
I don't think there is.
There is. I looked it up the other day because I was going to make a list. I was kind of all in on this like 2 days ago. I was going to make a whole spreadsheet and be like, well, this person's tied to this and this and this. And then I realized like it doesn't matter. They're all tied everywhere.
My favorite thing is that they hang their hats outside. So they're not biased. Like, what are we doing, man? Yeah. Like I would trust 12 people off the street to make a better decision than these people.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
I would rather pick a bunch of people that have never watched and been like, "Hey, which uniforms do you like the best?"
Oh man,
which mascot beats the other mascot?
You know who's getting
chaos.
in? You know who's getting in if we do uniforms?
Tulane.
Hell
yeah. All day.
You know who's not? Oklahoma with the ugly ass uniforms they wore today. What the hell was that?
Unity had a game today, man. He was flying all over the place.
Who?
Unity? Is that his fucking name? Some kid's named Unity?
No, that's
real or fake athlete.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Can we get into that?
Yeah, I don't
I
don't get the jerseys. It's like, I mean, I get why, but it's just, I don't know.
It just came live.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I threw it on because BYU was somebody we were discussing. I was like, oh, let's go watch that game.
What a name.
Oh, and the fact he wears, first of all, quarterback from BYU.
Get him out of here.
He wears 47. He's actually really good.
I know he is.
And I hate every minute of it. I was watching highlights of him earlier and I was like, wait a minute. I didn't know he wore 47.
He looks like a kicker.
He's huge.
He just looks like a kicker.
I just want to know the origin of his name. His first name is Bear.
Yeah. While we're talking about college football, I have a fun story that I wanted to bring up on the podcast. This is from a message board for the Green Wave.
Okay.
And it's from the FAU game. So I was at the FAU game. It was the last game here. This is Parents Week. Keep in mind, it was homecoming. Parents Week. Parents are in town. So there's a lot of parents in town. Obviously, I said that 3 times. But here's the message on the message board. It's from a Tulane parent.
Okay.
Anonymous member though. They didn't put their name.
Was he?
This is just. Oh, never mind. I won't ask questions. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go.
So here's the message. I'm going to read through it. Really disappointed in something I saw this weekend and can't shake it. Let me preface this by saying preface. Mike Tyson.
You want to try that again?
Yeah, I'm going to try one more time. Really disappointed in something I saw this weekend and can't shake it. Let me preface this by saying I've done my share of experimenting in my younger days and I'm far from a prude. I read this and I'm like, what did you see? Prude? That's an interesting word.
Experimenting.
All right. I know. After grabbing my food from the concessions during the game yesterday, I strolled over to the condiment area to grab some napkins where there was a group of students gathered. I said, excuse me, as I really only needed a few napkins. And when I poked in, the kids were snorting white powder right there off the stainless table in the stadium with families all around. I'm not going to read the rest. I'm just curious. How do we feel about a Tulane student group snorting white powder off of tables in the stadium, apparently?
Can I say I'm unsurprised? Tulane gets down.
Yeah.
Like if you ever looked up random list or like seen on Twitter when Barstool puts out like the top party schools in America, Tulane finds their way in there, like in the top 15.
Yeah.
And you get a bunch of kids with a lot of money or a lot of parents' money. They're going to find a way to get some drugs. I've found that out firsthand.
the boldness of just doing it in the state.
Pretty crowded in the corridor.
It does. It's not a wide corridor.
Yeah.
It's not a wide walkway, but
Just out in the open. Hot dog station.
you just got to do it on the table. Like,
go in the bathroom like a real adult.
there's a bathroom. You could just do it off of somebody's arm, like something, I don't.
Was this like a Congo line, or were they, it's like a,
Tag, you're it.
or was this like when your friend's peeing with the car door open, you're like guard and watch, you're like make sure nobody, they're just one by one snorting.
I think when you're doing cocaine, you're not really thinking. I think you're just like, yeah.
Also, if they're doing it like that in the stadium, that's probably not the first time they did it that day.
Oh no. I'd be willing to bet there's been other times.
It was part
They're
of
keeping the high.
It was part of the pregame proclivities. It was
proclivities.
Yep.
Western.
That was good. I don't know. I just wanted to bring this up. I got no
No thoughts?
I got no thoughts. I read it and I was like, yeah, I don't know. No.
I don't know.
I can't even define proclivities. I know what it means, but there's absolutely no way.
Should we let him in on the joke?
Iridocyclitis.
Oh no, is there a joke that I'm not? I don't.
It was an inside thing between me and Aaron. We've been trying to drop it on the pod for like 2 weeks now.
Proclivities.
When we were at the wedding we went to, it was late in the night, and the bride got on the microphone and she's saying basically, at this point the music's been pretty family friendly. It's about to not be anymore. So if you have a little one,
get them the hell out of here.
And she said, if you're not a fan of proclivities, and Aaron and I both stopped in our tracks and were like, what a word. Keep in mind, everybody's been drinking all night, just living life. Mm-hmm. And just to be able to come up with proclivities on the spot.
I think even not drinking just now, when you said that, I was like, what? Who uses that word?
And I kind of looked at him and in my head, I'm like, did she use that correctly? Because I don't know. It sounded good. But and all I could think about for 2 weeks was the word proclivities. So I told him, I was like, next time you're on the pond, we got to find a way to drop it in there. And then he abandoned us for a week and I couldn't do it.
He wasn't a fan of the proclivities.
No proclivities. I don't even know if I used it right.
I don't know. I listen. I feel like Kevin Hart in that movie, who was like, first of all, using a lot of big words.
There's just certain words that you could throw out there that just sound right. They might not be right, but it sounded right.
Let's look up proclivities because now I'm curious. This is how I grow as a human being.
Not even sure if I remember how I used it.
I think it's like when you're exaggerating something.
A habitual tendency or inclination towards something, often a particular behavior, thing, or characteristic. So, I mean,
maybe she's describing the song. I feel like she didn't use it right.
I basically used it as a replacement for activities, and I don't think I used it correctly.
Yeah. Thinking about it, I'm like,
But it sounded right.
Yeah.
You could not.
When you said proclivities, I was thinking like them doing cocaine throughout the day. So I was like, I mean, the act of doing cocaine throughout the day could be looked at as a proclivity. And then I was like,
definitely sounds like a verb.
I was like, I don't know, maybe.
It's proclivative. I don't know.
Proclivative. Nobody knows what it means. It's proclivative.
It gets the people going. Oh, what was even crazier too? Like after she used that, there was no time for anybody to like. She's like, "All right, if you don't like these type of songs, this is the time for you to leave." And then as soon as she got off the mic, it was like, boom! It was like instant. Like,
don't let the people think about what they said.
Yeah. Just like, what did she say? Oh, wow.
Nobody else even batted an eye. But the fact that him and I both looked at each other like, whoa. Maybe it's like the podcaster in me now. Like when I hear things, it makes me stop, and it's just like podcast topic.
I mean,
that's my life. Just operates around what is and what isn't a topic these days.
That's a good thing. I like that.
I was playing Mr. Mom for 2 weeks.
Yeah, how was that? How'd that go for you?
Mm-hmm.
I already had a lot of respect for the single parents out there, but gained even a little bit more respect for anybody who's out there, especially I feel like maybe if you have some teenagers, when you get into that part of life where you may be a single parent, maybe a little easier, they get a little more, independent, but
easier to handle. When
you got a couple youngins and you're by yourself, it tests your patience for sure. But it was interesting.
You survived. They both have all 4 limbs and all their hands and other toes and fingers, and
it was like I felt like I was in a simulation though, because I was literally doing the same thing every single morning. Like you have that, you wake up in the morning
Feeling like
P. Diddy. Not anymore. He's can't say that anymore. But then, you go to work, then you come home and you kind of have your routine. But then when you're doing it with two kids, like you wake up in the morning, I'm like, all right, I'm going to get him in his chair while he's feeding breakfast. Then I'm going to get dressed. Then I'm going to get the other kids breakfast. And then I'm going to get him dressed. Then I'm going to get their teeth brushed. Then I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to get in the car. And then I'm going to go to daycare, drop them off. And like my son made it even worse because every time we would go down the street for his daycare, there was another street right before it. And every time he wanted to go down that street for whatever reason and then turn up to the daycare. So for 5 days in a row, 1 week, as soon as we go, he's like, Daddy, I want to go down that street. And I'm like, by Friday, I was like, Brody. I'm like, this is just getting too weird. I was like, this is just because I'm feeding the same thing in the morning.
You definitely just fed him like Wendy's and Chick-fil-A every night, huh?
Oh, I did bail one night and got Wendy's. Went back to the old stomping grounds.
Yeah.
And I said, a long time ago, buddy, this is where Daddy used to work. And he said, where was I? And I was like, you weren't even a thought yet, buddy. And he's like, well, you lived there? And I was like, not really, but
Felt like
it.
yeah, it felt like it sometimes.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, it can be tough, man. I was doing that with I had the little one at the house when I was working for like 2 months. Probably why I got fired.
But
They're like, hell no.
But look at you now, man.
You care about kids?
How dare you have
Get your
family
ass outta
values
here.
over work values?
Yeah. There's a suit there, but we didn't pursue it. So it's fine. Got a new job. We moved on very quickly. Lessons, man. I'm telling you, listen, I don't think I didn't say it on here. We've joked about being fired. And that was the second time I've said it on the podcast. But yeah, I got fired, laid off, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot more to it. I don't need to share it on a podcast, but being able to move on to another position so quickly because of some of the people I know and people I've talked to in my past and that I've worked with was man, it was a blessing. Because there's people out there that lose jobs in my industry. I was talking to them after 11 months, 12 months, took them like a whole year to find another job. Crazy. So,
well, you see all those posts too. It's like you have so many stages of interviews. You could have 3 months go by of interviews, and then the last 3 month, interview, you go in there and like, I think we're just gonna move in a different direction. It's like, well, that's just wasted my time.
When I was interviewing a little bit before I got let go, because I knew the direction the company was heading. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of a message there. If you picked up on what I was saying before, there's a lot more to this story. I knew the direction it was headed, and I had gone through, and I didn't really want the job, but there was one that I knew was going to offer me because I knew people that worked there. And right before we got to the offer stage, the HR person that I was talking to was like, actually, we pulled the job, and I was like, what? Like, how does that happen? Which I had heard it happen to other people before. They're like, we don't have the budget anymore for this position, so we're actually pulling the position. I was like, that is a waste of everyone's time. And then I talked to my friend that worked there, and they're like, yeah, we had a bad quarter, and like they didn't want to spend money
no more.
And I was like, okay, that makes sense. I didn't want the job, so I'm kind of glad you didn't offer it to me, and I didn't have to say no. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting job market out there, man. Trump or something.
Goddamn proclivities. Speaking of kids, I got an argument with my child the other day in the car. So we're driving home, and I don't know how it came up, but he tells me pigs are more intelligent than dogs. And I'm like, I don't think that's right. And he says, it is right. I'm like, I don't believe you. And he said, somebody told him. I think he said his teacher told him it is. And I'm like, I don't know. We got to look this up when we get home. I haven't looked it up yet. Do we think pigs are more intelligent than dogs? Because that feels like a load of shit.
I don't know. Now I'm thinking pigs might be more intelligent. Listen, kids come home with stuff all the time, and I have to think to myself, what a wonderful world.
But like, I wasn't in the position to just be like, that's not true. Because then if it is true, then he's going to think his teacher's just telling him things that ain't true, and we can't have that.
There's been sometimes my daughter has come home and been like, this is the truth, and my teacher said this, and I'll be like, honey, I know for a fact that is incorrect.
Oh, don't get me wrong. If I had known for a fact that it wasn't true, we'd have been telling him his teacher just don't know everything. But I didn't know. In my head, I'm like,
If there's any doubt, though, you got to hold on.
are pigs smarter than dogs?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I think
I've
they
seen
could
this.
be.
You got a bigger brain.
I've seen pigs.
A lot of knowledge.
Seen pigs. They don't look like they're smarter than dogs.
Wilbur.
I don't think they just don't.
Wilbur was a smart pig, man.
My dog can give high fives. You know a pig that can give high fives?
No, but pigs are generally considered smarter than dogs. Research indicates that their cognitive abilities are comparable to a 3-year-old human child, while dogs are similar to a 2-year-old human child.
How do you measure that?
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. That was my first thought.
It's like, well, he's more of a 2-year-old brain than a 3-year-old brain.
Also, some 2 and 3-year-olds are kind of even.
Yeah.
Like we all have different thresholds and standards and, such.
3-year-old brain.
What does a pig do that a 3-year-old does?
I don't know.
Play in mud? That's about the only thing that I can think of that's
Eat whatever.
similar. Okay, so I guess he was right.
Yeah.
According to the internet.
Don't let him know.
I don't know. That feels like something somebody looked up, read exactly what you just read, and just rolled with it.
That's that's what teachers are pulling.
Yeah.
It's probably some class where they taught some fun fact, and that was a fun fact.
He likes to teach her, so I don't want to make her look bad. So
I'm sure she's fine.
she's great. She's great. He had to do his what am I thankful for the other day. He had to draw a picture, and he drew me, his mom, his friend that sits across from him, and his teacher. He's got a little brother that just got left out of the picture.
Poor brother.
I was like, "What about your brother?" He's like, I'm like, "Oh, okay."
What does he do for me, Dad?
Yeah.
He took my toy the other day.
Yeah.
He's off the list.
But just wait. You're going to get to the point where they get to argue in the back seat, or you get to listen to their discussions. There's nothing better in the world.
That's what I'm really waiting for.
There is nothing better. The other day we're driving home. My 3-year-old 2-year-old did not like the way the trees looked outside. he goes, "Daddy, look at the trees." I'm like, "All right." He says, "Kason, get out and cut them down." I'm like, "What? What is happening right now? We're going 40 miles an hour down the street." He says, he starts throwing a fit because Kason won't get out the car and cut the trees down. I'm like, what is happening in my life right now?
Kid's nuts.
There.
Who's thinking of cutting down trees when you're driving down?
I'm like,
These trees out of here.
It's so fun, man. You have one that's old enough now where you just have these conversations. You just listen to him talk sometimes. And I'm like, where are you coming up with these things? And it's more fun when it's like broken child English because you only hear like every fourth word and you got to make your own story out of it. And it's like, what are we talking about right now? And then they just don't shut up for 30 minutes. It's like, what?
It's every car ride, especially from like Slidell to daycare. It's like, buddy, I just start slowly turning the music up. I'm like, buddy, you gotta chill out. But he's the same thing. Like we passed a little overpass to get onto the interstate to go towards Slidell, and one day he's like, "Daddy, you don't want to climb over that ledge." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right, buddy." And he's like, "Cause then you'll fall." And I was like, "Yep." And he goes, "And then you land and you hit your head and your head cracks open." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Then there's blood everywhere and then all your guts come out and then you die." And I was like, "Jesus, son." I was like, I was like, why did I have to get a 6 bullet point PowerPoint presentation? I'm like, you could have just said he jump over and die. He like broke it down bit by bit. And I'm like, buddy, you just turned 4. Like, why are you like, who's teaching you stuff like this or talking to you like this?
Kind of low key love it. He's thinking through the consequence of each step of the action.
He's never going to jump over the ledge. You don't have to worry about that. I don't think. I don't know. Your kid's kind of wild. He might.
He knows, but he knows the why behind it. That's
right.
the thing. He's like, yeah, you jump over the edge, you die. But no, he's like, here, hold on. In case you didn't know why.
Just let me break down how you die.
Meanwhile, Mon stands up on his changing table, looks me dead in the eyes. He says, "I jump." And then he just jumps. And if you ain't there to catch him, he's going to hit the floor.
I'd let his ass hit the floor. No, I wouldn't. But
well,
still.
You've experienced it. The fact that he's like that and the other one is the way he is kind of funny. Just they're so opposite. It's great.
It's so hard not to get, like, even today. So for his birthday, we got him a bicycle with training wheels. So he's maybe rode this thing for an accumulation of 3 hours, and then all of a sudden he wants to take the training wheels off. I'm like, buddy, you're not ready. And my wife's like, oh yeah, go let him do it. And I'm like, he is not ready whatsoever. So of course, what ends up happening is she's just holding him the whole time. He starts to try to fall, and she's holding him up, and then like 25 minutes go by, and I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, I'm like, buddy, let's just put the training wheels back on. He's like, no, I'm going to focus. I'm like, you're not going to focus. I was like, you keep falling. And he was just so determined to try to ride it without the training wheels. And it eventually got to a point where we're like, all right, let's go inside. It's getting dark. But I'm like, I want to get frustrated, but I'm like, I respect his independence and him wanting to try. But I'm in my head, I'm like, you're just not gonna
as someone whose child is the complete opposite and is terrified to take the training wheels off, I would much rather be in your situation.
Yeah.
It's harder to get past the fear of it than to try to pull them back a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd rather have to like try to reel them in than try to make them break through this wall of fear. Cause it's tough. It ain't easy.
I don't know how to reel them in. I've always just let my daughter test things.
Yeah.
Like when she was 2, she was climbing up this big old wall over here, and my wife was like, "Are you letting her?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck it. Look at her go. Yeah. She's got it. Yeah. I'm here. I'll catch her, I guess."
Yeah, I do think back, wondering if we babied the oldest one a little bit. I say we because I can't just throw one parent under the bus. But like I do. People say you do that sometimes. Like when you're a first time parent, you kind of baby them a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, like we would go to like family parties where we have a family member that lives on the top of a hill, and the hill goes all the way down to like a not a river, but like a canal in the back of the house. And she would run down the hill, and she's down by the canal. And my wife's like, "You're just letting her, you're not going to go get her?" I'm like, "No. Yeah. If she falls in, I'll run down there and grab her." She's not close in that. First of all, she's got 20 more yards until she's had the water. She's like, "Well, aren't you worried?" I'm like, "What's going to happen? A hawk's going to come out of the sky and take her?" Like, she's fine.
Listen, that hawk was taking her whether she was with me or by herself.
Right. It's fine.
They got the talents.
The talents.
But yeah, I mean, I'll just let him go.
Yeah.
Let him go, man.
Yeah. I wonder. I don't know. Maybe it's our fault.
I don't know.
That's all. It's early in life.
Yeah. He'll get over it eventually. Maybe. If he keeps hanging around Patty, probably not. Patty's making him cry.
I was going to make his ass cry today. He's lucky I didn't get to go.
It was just baseball and stuff. He was good.
Oh, okay.
He was good.
He'll turn him into an athlete.
Me?
Yeah, he'll use you as motivation.
I'm hard. Dude, I'm hard.
It was that one time that he's like,
I'm nice, but I'm also like, I'm going to push. And then when I realize there's no more that I can push, like Dave will tell you, I pushed his son really hard. And then I realized that was not, it wasn't going to happen. And I was like, all right, there are tears falling, literally dripping. And I'm like, all right, come on, buddy. I got you.
But he was doing it in such a calm way. Meanwhile, like I was trying to let you get through to him because my way was just going to be like, get your, like, I try to start off nice like you, but I get so frustrated when it's something if it's something that's actually I could see as scary, I'd be like, all right, come here. Let's get through it together.
When it's not your kid, it's easier to be very patient. When I coached football, it was so easy to be very, very patient, but also like know what to hit on. And like you could see it. Like I don't know, I was really good at it. But with my children, if my kid were playing for me, I realized at like 22 years old that I cannot coach my kids because I will be an asshole. And that's not good for any kid.
Yeah.
So
when you're sitting there like being nice to them, I just want to be like, put your foot there's your foot down. Put your foot on the ground. Like I get so frustrated. Like it's not scary. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's like I saw a post. It was a little video. It said, "I tried not yelling at my kids to get ready in the morning." He's like, "We were late every day for daycare."
Yeah, man, it's hard.
You got to give some tough love sometimes.
It's hard. I've been telling you for an hour and a half. If you don't do it now, you remember how it got yesterday? We're gonna do it again.
Oh yeah,
that's the point we get to now.
We're dealing with that. That's what I was telling you the other night. He gets in the car, or they get home, and he doesn't want to get out the car just because he wants to throw a fit and be difficult. And Courtney's like, trying to get him out. I'm like, leave him.
Yeah. Like
I'm not doing this every night. Like, and I'll tell him like, you get out the car when you're ready. Just know if you stay in here too long, we have to go to the hospital. So the decision is yours. Like you make the choice here.
Yeah.
Or he won't get out the tub. And we'll be like, hey, get out the tub. And he's like moving as slow as he possibly can. And like, if I have to grab you out this tub, then we're not like, I'm so to the point where we are not doing this shit every night.
Yeah, it's hard. The anger part is hard, like showing your anger. Because you're asking, Victoria and I have this conversation all the time. You're asking your child to control their emotions in certain situations and to not overreact and all these different things. But then in certain situations, you're like, if you don't do that, then it's like, okay, now I'm literally telling you not to act the way you're acting and not be emotional, and I'm being emotional. It's freaking hard, dude. So like now I get to the point where like I was like, okay, you don't want to do it. I'm just gonna grab you, and I literally just, and she might scream, and I'm like, we're just going over here. You can scream if you want. We need to do this.
I feel like I do that sometimes too. Like when sometimes Noah will get mad and he'll hit Alex, and I'm like, I'll go over there and I'll spank him. Like, you don't hit your mom. I'm like, well, what?
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna teach you. Yeah, I'm gonna spank you for you hitting your mom.
Well, no, I disagree a little bit with that. That's kind of what, like, I don't really spank him ever. But the second he hits his mom, he gets spanked.
Yeah.
There's a difference between you spanking him and him. Like, as long as you make it clear, we don't hit your mom, we don't hit girls. Like, if you hit them, I get to hit you. That's how this works, okay? Because we don't. We found out he hit. I don't know. It wasn't like a punch. Like he smacked the little girl on the bus one day. He ain't done it since. I can tell you that because we talked about it when he got home.
We don't do that.
That's not. We don't play that game.
Yeah.
So
we don't do that. We've been having. I know we're going in all this kid conversation. We're having an issue with a girl at school that was basically telling Dylan, like, hey, you have to do this. You're going to give me this. And Dylan like gave her something one day and didn't get it back. And it got to a point where this became a theme. And by theme, I mean, it happened like 2 or 3 times. And I finally one day was talking to Dylan and I said, hey, we always do like the empowerment thing. Like she talked good about her and she talked good about herself. But I told her flat, I was like, hey, either you are going to stand up for yourself and tell her no, or you're going to have daddy go to school and stand up for you. And you don't want daddy to go to school and stand up for you, because then kids are going to think that you can't stand up for yourself and it's going to get worse. So it's time to stand up for yourself. And it hasn't happened since.
Good for her.
So
Good
don't let daddy
Girl power.
I don't view Dylan as the person that lets somebody push her around.
She does with girls because she wants so badly to have friends and be loved. And she doesn't realize how many friends she has. That's her one insecurity that we're trying to work on. It's just like, tell them to go kick rocks.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need them. And she feels like she does. So
we've been in that. Like when we were getting ready to go into kindergarten, and he was going to be because he was with the same kids in daycare for 5 years, 6 years, whatever it was. And he was worried about people not liking him and not making friends. And we had to get through that. And I had to just be like, it doesn't matter. Like, he's like, what if they don't like me? I'm like, who cares? Be like, daddy likes you, mama likes you, your other friends like you. Who cares if this other person doesn't like you?
Right.
You know?
We had that birthday party today. She was like, well, what if I go and the other kids don't like me? I was like, there's gonna be like 5 people there that you already know and you know they like you. Yeah. Who cares about the other kids?
That's what,
I was like, you want me to punch them? I'll punch them. She was like, no. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna punch them. They're kids.
I like that. I'm glad we've got, because he was worried about not having friends, and now we're going to birthday parties where he don't know anybody. So I'm like, I think he's gotten to the point now where he realizes if they don't know him and they don't want to talk to him, he could just go do whatever by himself and he'll be good.
Yeah.
He's very able to just be by himself and do things, which I like, because I'm kind of the same way.
Good. I think they model the behavior they see too. Like everybody says that, I guess. But like, I think if Dylan were going to birthday parties with her mom all the time, she can be pretty outgoing. But if she's not spoken to first, then she's just going to kind of sit and not do anything. Whereas like I feel awkward if I'm not talking to people. I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? And I like introduce myself and I'm like talking, because if I'm quiet, I feel awkward. I have to speak through situations.
That's funny. So
she sees me doing that. So now she's more open and outgoing with things. So I don't know. It works.
I like that.
Just to switch it up a little bit, I did see in Barrow, Alaska on Wednesday, they officially have no sunrise until January 22nd.
Yikes.
So basically go 2 months, no sun. You
I
think
wonder,
you would lose your mind?
I was going to say, I wonder if like the suicide rates skyrocket, because they say that like that really messes with you. Yeah. Like people, I saw a guy once, like it was like a TV show. He's like in the wilderness and he was in Alaska and he was like, yeah, I have to make it was when it was daylight all the time though. He's like, I have to make myself go to sleep. I don't know when it's morning, when it's night. He's like, you can actually go crazy if you don't.
See, I feel like I could do the sunlight all day at least I feel like I can still do stuff outside. I feel like if it's dark, you're kind of limited on what you can really go out and enjoy.
Yeah, not a lot. That's for sure. Don't get hunted by a polar bear.
So here's the
Some salmon.
Here's the short, slightly bleak tour from ChatGPT. I asked her what happens to people mentally in Alaska when they go months without sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, number 1, seasonal affective disorder spikes. And it's when daylight vanishes for weeks or months, the brain produces more melatonin and less serotonin. So they have low energy, they're sadness, they're more irritable, they crave carbs more, they oversleep, and that charming "why do I exist" fog takes over. So that's interesting. Their sleep cycles go off the rail. That's what I was wondering. Like your body clock just has to go completely out the window.
It's off kilter right now when it gets dark at 5 o'clock. You're like, oh, day's over.
Mm-hmm.
Time for bed.
Motivation tanks, it says, because less sunlight equals less dopamine activity. So that reduces in less drive and slower thinking and decision making.
So 2 days later.
More social withdrawal because people isolate more. That makes sense. I guess everybody's just hibernating.
Basically.
Yeah. And then cognitive performance can dip. So yeah, it's not just just the sun doesn't just stop coming out. People lives. You think you get used to it though, like right? Like
I think you get used to it.
Yeah.
I think that it.
Well, I mean, so when I say you get used to it, somebody living in Alaska, if we went up there if you moved to Alaska this year and experienced it for the first time,
oh yeah,
you'd go nuts compared to somebody who's lived in Alaska their whole life. Because they probably know like, all right, this time of the year is coming. Mm-hmm. There's probably like a step, like almost how we prepare for hurricanes. They're like, this is coming and we need to prepare for whatever we need to do to get through it.
I'm comparing it to like the COVID shock, where it's like all of a sudden life's different, and it's just different for a long time.
But that came out of nowhere.
I don't know.
They know this is coming.
Yeah,
I don't think I could do it.
How you doing today? It's fucking dark again. Sucks.
Yeah,
I think you got to get in a routine, and you got to just be like,
you have
force
to
yourself to be social, and
you got to force yourself to be social. You got to force yourself to be like, it's whatever time. It's time to go to sleep. And you have to get up at whatever, like you got to continue your schedule without the sun, which is nuts.
I'm going to go walk into I don't know. Do they have like sun? Like are there areas with like,
maybe they throw light parties.
Machines? That's what I was going to say. Like some machines that still give like vitamin D.
Go,
and like,
go hit a tanning booth.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you do?
That would suck.
Yeah.
That really would suck. I had 2 other topics, and I'll let you choose which one you want to go with first. One is my sister's boyfriend, and the other one is a question about being chased by animals.
I don't. Without context, I'm not sure where to go with either one of those. But just
I didn't want to give you context.
Animals.
Okay, all right. So this is a tweet I saw. And I saved it so that we could answer it. Okay.
Sweet.
You're offered $30 million, but you have to be chased by one animal for 24 hours and survive. What animal are you picking?
Sloth.
Is a snail an animal?
Yes. We're not arguing with the people on TikTok again about what's an animal and what's not an animal. Sloth. That really took the energy out of the question because that is the correct answer.
That was the easiest answer I could give.
Well, it's like you see those. It's like,
let's change it up. Yeah. Every animal from that species is chasing you. So every sloth in the world would be chasing you. You're still choosing sloth? Because what if a sloth just like falls out of a tree on top of you? You think you're getting away, and he's just like.
I feel like with sloths, I could just sit right here
for 24 hours.
Just go upstairs. Like, what's up, bud?
Check you in the morning, bro.
Yeah.
Like.
You go to walk past him, you trip and fall. He's like, no.
See, Patty would lose because he's gonna get to a point where he's getting cocky with the sloth. He's gonna be like, you know how like you play like flag football against somebody and you think you're so good. You'd be like, I'm gonna tell you the route I'm running and you're not gonna stop it. Patty's gonna be like, I'm going in there for dinner and then I'm going upstairs for bed. And he would probably take the sloth and be like, this is where I'm going to be. And
I'm going to pick it up
and show him. And then be like, look, I'll even give you a 10-second head start. Patty wakes up, the sloth standing over him with a knife and it's game over. all because you thought you could get cocky with the sloth.
Maybe. What if a sloth's coming at me with a gun?
Yeah, I don't even have an answer now because that like what I can't beat sloth.
I mean, yeah, what else is there? I don't think there's
like a cat that got hit by a car and can't walk anymore. Like that's all I can do.
yeah. Not a normal cat. It's a messed up cat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't beat a sloth either. I mean, that was like the perfect answer. I mean,
What else is a really slow animal? Is there anything else? That's
turtle? You can survive a turtle?
Maybe.
give me a snapping turtle.
Well, those are more dangerous now.
Yeah. See, why would you make it more difficult than you need to?
Do they really come out the water?
I don't know. Maybe. I've seen a snapping turtle inside.
Yeah, why not just fish?
Yeah.
And I'll just sit right here.
Well, technically, a fish isn't an animal. It's
fifth.
Mike Tyson got your ass.
Fucking uppercut. I'm next.
Fish might be a better answer than sloth.
It's pretty good.
Because like, hey, what are you guys doing for 24 hours? Because I just need to avoid water. Courtney comes home with a fish for dinner. I'm like, no.
Look what I won at the fair. No.
It's just cruel.
You trying to kill me?
What are you talking about? I won it on ring toss. No. Keep it away.
Do they still do that? Can you
Yeah.
still win goldfish at fairs?
Zach did.
Haven't been
And then
to a fair in a long time.
he killed it. He put it in the bathtub, filled it with water, woke up in the morning and realized he didn't close the tub drain all the way. So he won it and then had to flush it down the toilet the next day.
Listen, those fish don't have a long lifespan as it is. They're not making it. But the fact that he died like that.
And he thought, he's like, hey, man, I'll see you guys later. I at least got a couple months on me overnight. Sad as slow death.
Poor guy.
That's something I've realized that I've changed on in life is fairs. When I was a kid, I used to want to ride everything. Now there ain't a chance in hell that I or anyone close to me is getting on a ride at the fair. Never.
At least not one that spins.
Nah, I don't know why. It's like, I don't know if it's seeing different videos on social media over the years or if I just realize now that those people just don't give a shit about their jobs. And I can't believe that I would put my life in there.
Anything that can be packed up in a trailer and transported and turned back into a ride.
Yeah.
No thanks.
It doesn't feel very safe. I think as you get older, you start to realize the concerns that you should have about certain things.
But it's just fairs. Like if we're going to a theme park, I'll trust Disney World with my life, apparently. But I'm not trusting these people at the fair.
A lot of people have been dying in Disney World lately.
My mom tagged me in that and I didn't read it.
A lot of people.
Suicide.
There's been like 5 or 6 in the last
What's happening?
couple months. Well, there were a few suicides.
Why?
I don't know. I guess the world's just real sad right now.
And they go to the happiest place on earth.
There was like an influencer chick who was like,
The irony.
she had just had a baby and I think she was going through some stuff, post baby. And she went to the Contemporary and she jumped from there's this walkway. Well, anyways, I think that a guy saw that she did that and he was thinking of himself. And he also did that less than a month later. And then there was a few others where somebody had a medical episode and there's a few things like that. So those I felt bad because the 2 suicides, I was like, damn, that sucks. It's crazy. How do we prevent this? And then the ones where they had a medical episode, I'm like, well, I mean, you're going to have a heart attack.
They had a couple.
where
They
you
had
have
the
a
one
heart
at
attack.
Universal that they're suing the person because they died and he had
special needs, huh?
yeah.
And he kept riding the ride.
Yeah, and it was something to do with the whiplash and
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you should know if you should be on a ride or not.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Yeah. At what point is it your responsibility to make that decision, not the park's? It's kind of like when you go to a bar and who's responsible for the drunk driver? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it the bartender or is it the driver? You know what I mean? It's that conversation.
Yeah. Responsible vendors and such.
Yeah.
Whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've definitely been overserved, so I get it. My fault I was overserved. Also, your laws in your bar say you shouldn't overserve me, but don't stop serving me.
do you want my money or not?
Yeah, it's a tough position. Disney actually, going back to Disney, when I worked at Disney, their training was very, very pointed on overserving. they have zones where if somebody's in a yellow zone, you let them know, hey, like you might be cut off soon. And then eventually they're in the red zone and you're like, no, you done. Which is funny because Epcot exists.
Yeah.
And I don't think they adhere
to the zones.
Yeah. Well, that's tricky too, though, because it's like, I guess it's just a broad thing. They don't know how anybody's getting where, but a lot of times you're not driving home from Epcot. You know, you're taking buses and shuttles and whatever, but yeah, like they don't know that. So I guess it's just no matter what, you know, blanket rule. Anyway, I had that one more topic, and we can get out of here if you want, because I gotta go to work.
I have one last.
You did it.
One last little thought. I just wanted to know: is this a me problem or is this just a man thing?
Yes.
We had a birthday party for my son, obviously a couple weeks ago at the house, and Patty pointed something out about my TV. About it had a little.
I did.
It had a little bluish hue to it.
Oh yeah.
And then my OCD kicked in, and I couldn't stop noticing. I'm like, yeah, you're kind of right. And then 40 minutes later, my grandpa from Oklahoma, he's been in my house maybe 3 times, he's like, did you notice your TV's kind of got a bluish hue? I was like, son of a bitch. And I was like, I cannot not notice it. So then Black Friday is this week, and I got a new TV. So is it a me problem, or is that just a man thing where so much, like if you have enough people at your house and they point out something, you're like, yeah, you know, I've been meaning to work on it. As soon as they leave, you have to fix it.
It's a man thing, because I have one in my son's room. It's an OLED TV that got some burn-in in it, and I see it. The colors are not right. I can see the burn-in. Nobody else that comes over, not my grandma, not my wife, they look at it and I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, it's right there. I don't know what else to tell you. Look at it. The orange is not orange. Yeah. It's like blue.
I felt crazy like that when the LED TVs and HD TVs were just becoming a thing. When like people were transitioning, and my dad's like, I don't see the difference. And I'm like, you don't see the difference?
Right. I'm like, her name is Bluey and she's green. I don't understand. Look at the TV.
How do you not see the difference? Yeah, no, I get it. It's funny too, because the TV thing, Victoria noticed it first. She was like, is this TV blue? And I was standing at the bar. So I was like, I thought it was just the angle on that. And then I walked over and I was like, oh no, it's TV definitely blue.
But it ruined like the next 2 weekends of football watching for me. So I'm like, this fucking blue TV, stupid blue. I was like, damn it. And I was like, I knew it, because I mean, it's a 6-year-old TV. It's an older TV that stays on. We leave it on while we go to work sometimes. And so I knew it was fading out. But then it was the fact that like you said it, and then 40 minutes later, my grandpa randomly said it, who been to the house maybe 3 times. I was like, well, it's over now.
It's like
it's got to go.
Somebody's going bald. Yeah. And they're like, it's not that bad yet. And it's like, somebody's like, hey, your hair's getting a little thin. And then 20 minutes later, another person, it's like, well, now I got to kill myself. Thanks, guys.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that's just a guy thing. I mean, you point out something and then enough people point it out. And you're like, I got to fix it, because they cannot come over again and see this.
I'm surprised it took you 2 weeks. I'd have had a TV the next day.
Next day.
Or you should, if there's the one dead pixel on my TV, I will have a new TV the next day.
had to wait for the deals, man.
If there's anything you know about me, I'm not even going to try to fix it. We're just going straight to buying a new one. We're just going to go to Best Buy. We'll get one, and we're coming home and putting it up. I'm not even waiting for anybody to help me hang it. I'm trying to do it myself.
I'm the same way. And then I learned the hard way in here. There's no way I'm hanging a TV by myself. TV's too big. Yep. It's too high. There's no way I'm doing it.
I always did it by myself. And then I bought a big TV for the first time. And I was like,
yeah. That was 75 inch. I'm like, I just physically can't. I can't.
That happened today. It was the TV I got was a 75 inch TV. So then the Best Buy guys, they loaded it in the truck, brought it back to my house. And then I get it out of the truck and I'm like, shit, is this kind of heavy? So I'm like lugging it up the stairs, and then I take the old TV off, and I can kind of do it by myself because I can get my arms around it, and it's got the little clips for the mount. And I get the mount on the 75 inch TV, and then I go to like grab it, and I could barely get it. And I'm like, I go to lift it. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, no, this is just not happening. This is an accident.
It's not safe.
This is just an accident waiting to happen. I'm like, well, if I stand on this ladder and I lean, I'm like, nah, I'm just going to wait.
You're going to fall. The brand new TV's broken.
Especially when you're by yourself at home. It's like,
Yeah.
Nobody's here to help me. I had to,
Back to the Dave falling off a ladder by himself.
I yelled at Courtney one time because I came home and like she had gotten some stuff out the attic and she was just home all day with the kids. Like, what is wrong with you? She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you went in the attic by yourself and left. She's like, I just went to the attic. I'm like, what if you had fallen? The kids are just here. Like, what this actually, I think we only had Kason at the time, but he was like 2 years old. He couldn't have called anybody.
Well, no, Alex is like that.
Oh,
If it's still
okay.
recording.
I mean, you might as well. We can finish it.
Well, Alex is like that with the boys in the bath. Like if they're in the bath, if I go to the sink in the living room, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just going." She's like, "They can drown." And I'm like, if I can hear him from where I'm at, if he falls, and I will go pick him up in 0.2 seconds.
Yeah. I used to feel the same way. And then when we were doing our marriage counseling before we got married, like we did a premarital counseling, part of the church thing. There was like a story that a wife was telling about the reason her husband and her got divorced. And it was because like she walked out of the bathroom with her 2-year-old and she was gone for 30 seconds and the 2-year-old drowned.
Oh,
And I was like, what? Effed me up.
Well, don't tell that to my wife. 'Cause
I mean, I tell my wife this all the time. There's always a story. If you want to look for a bad story of something that happened in a random situation, there's always a story.
You can make yourself scared of anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But I did. She was in the attic. And I was like, what? You didn't think that through? That the kids would just be by themselves had you fallen?
I think you're the only person not the only person. You're the only person I know that is worried about that.
I am worried, but
We talked about this before.
I feel like I've watched a movie or something before and like the person was killed. I don't know what movie it was, but like the person was killed, but they left the baby and the baby was just in the crib for like 3 days. And I'm like, what if that would have happened?
Yeah.
Maybe I had just watched it and that's why my head was screwed up.
Maybe.
But like something made me think like that.
I go in the attic all the time by myself.
But yeah, I mean, if you're home by yourself, if she was home by herself, I wouldn't have cared. I mean, I don't want her to get hurt and be by herself, but like my concern is the kids.
Just to be clear, Courtney, it is not you that I'm worried about.
Yeah.
It is the children.
The children.
What about the children?
Well, we might as well wrap it up, Aaron.
No Willie though.
Okay.
I don't know.
Never heard of that?
I know.
Wrap it up, no Willie. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you guys. I know you can't see us, but we're here. We promise. Until next time, we love you. Bye. Kisses. Kisses.